right, I'm going to do a lesson that comes off of yours and hopefully leads us into the math maze.
Love it.
All right, come on along. All right, so Laura has told us that the surface area of a shape or a cube is 6a squared. Well, now let's sort of look at what happens if there's numbers there. She gave you the formula. What happens if there's a number? Well, if you take a look at the cube over here, the shape that I gave you, I told you that each side was 3 inches. All right, I should have put down here not drawn to scale because it's really not drawn to scale. But if one side of a cube is 3 inches, all the sides are a cube. So if you look at the way Laura separated it, that means each one of these sides all the way around, and I'm not going to label them all, are all 3. So that means each area is 9, because remember the area of a square is 3 times 3, because if the sides are the same, it's a square. So 3 times 3 is 9. Well, I have 6 of them, because so you have 6a squared, which is 6 times 3 squared, which is, oops, I've got an extra parenthesis in there. Don't want to ever do that, is equal to 6 times 9, which is 54. And now you got to look at what is the actual label on there. It's inches, so it's inches squared. Don't forget to label your answers whenever you do a math problem like this, because you really need to. Let's take a look at the rectangle. Now she gave us the 2 times the length width, 2 times the length height, 2 times the width and the height. So, and she said it really doesn't matter which one you're using, is it the length and the width, but the height sort of does matter depending on the way you have it sitting. So I'm just going to say that this is L, and this is W, and this up here is my H, my height. So what you would do is you would plug this into your formula. Let's write it down here. 2 times 8 times 4 plus 2 times 8 times 6. And then I got to write it down here, scroll it over so I don't go over my thing. And it's 2 times 4 times 6 as well. And if you do this on the calculator, you can very easily just come over here and you're going to, I'm going to put the pen down so it doesn't mark, 2 times 8 times 4. Then we're going to add 2 times 8 times 6. We're going to add again. That doesn't look right. So 2 times 8 times 4. Let's do an equal. We're going to add to that 2 times 8 times 6. That's definitely not right. All right, so let's just do it the hard way. 2 times 8 times 4 is equal to 64 plus 2 times 8 times 6, which is equal to 96. And then plus 2 times 4 is 8, 8 times 6 is 48. So now we just add those up, clear it out, make sure there's nothing there. 64 plus 96 plus 48 equals 208 square inches. And now you could write it like this as well. I want to show you both ways, other than inches squared. All right? So now, here's the cylinder. Laura didn't get to go to this one. I sort of like this one. It's like an oatmeal can. And when you open it up, you have the round top and the round bottom, but then the side's an actual rectangle. So you actually have to find the area of each of the 2 circles and then the area of the rectangle. So here it's 2 pi r squared. We're going to use, for our purposes today, we're going to use 3.14 as our pi, but typically on a math exam, you'd leave it in terms of pi. So now we have a radius of 3. So you're going to do 2, again, we'll put that down, 2 times, and the radius is 3, and then times, and here's my height, the 9 inches right here. So now we're going to times that by 9, and you're going to get 54. So 2 pi RH. And now we have to times it by, let's times it by that 3.14. 3.14 equals 169.56. Both of these circles are going to be the same. That's why we have the 2. All right, now we have to do the 2 pi r squared, and that's this piece here, the 3. So we're going to do 2 times, remember r is 3 and 3 squared is 9, times your 3.14 is going to give you 56.52. So 2 pi r squared is 56.52. And if we add that to the other one, 169.56, you get a total of 226.08 inches squared. I hope that helps you understand how all of these different shapes can actually be flattened down and you can find the area of the different spaces. Okay, I hope it helps.